Drawing the eye has three simple things to remember: top lid, bottom lid, and ball of the eye. So if you look here, we can see that there's two adjacent lines for the top lid of the eye, moving down towards the tear gland of the eye, to the bottom lid that pulls up back into the top lid, because the top lid always pulls over the bottom lid towards the pocket at the bottom. And what we can then see is from the top lid of the eye, there's an angle that moves around the embankment towards the eyebrow, moving down to the nose. And in some instances, the embankment of the eyes with some people are far heavier than others, where we don't see the top lid as clearly as with other people. In this instance, with the angle of the face, we are able to see the top lid more clearly on the inside than the previous example. If we look here, we will be able to see that we've got, again, top lid arching up, rounded towards the bottom of the bottom lid, ball of the eye bigger, and the embankments becoming bigger and more rounded towards the eyebrow as well. And the eye on the side, again, more open as what we think if you refer to the tutorial of drawing heads. Here we can see that the embankment of the eye moves slightly into the actual top lid of the eye and that pocket area at the top. Now that is the reason why we always start with the top lid, moving down towards the tear gland, bottom lid into the top embankment towards where the eyebrow is, because every person is different. And with some people, as with this example over here, is the embankments where the eyebrows are very heavy, and that is why the structure and line of the shape of the eyes are more flat at the top where the top lid is, and that is why there's no definite rule for drawing the eyes so that they don't look like fish, but that they actually consist out of actual structure pertaining to the person you are drawing in instance. In other words, looking at what is the angle and structure of the top lid, size of the ball of the eye, and the structure of the bottom lid. So if you look at an example over here, again, we look at the top lid of the eye moving down towards the tear gland, down to the bottom lid that pulls back into the top lid, looking at the inside structure and the ball of the eye, looking at from the ball of the eye, look towards the pocket at the top, angle of the top pocket moving down towards the edge of the eye, around the embankment towards where the eyebrow will be. Again, this is an example of the top pocket of the eye being a little bit more open. Here we can see that there's, in this instance, a more slant on the eye where we have the top lid, tear gland, bottom lid, and the ball of the eye, yet the top lid is slanted far more than the previous example shown. If we look at the top lid and we look at a sharper arch of the pockets of the top lid moving towards the bottom lid of the eye, we can see that the roundness of the eye is more visible in this instance because of the pocket being higher and bigger than the previous drawn examples. If we look at the next eye, that we have the top lid and more open bottom lid, we look at the embankment moving across towards the eyebrow, inside structure, but now we will relate this towards the eye on the side. So from the nose, embankment going down towards the top lid of the eye, again, bottom lid, inside, conclude the bottom lid of the eye, moving towards the top embankment around the face. Again, if we look at the tear gland starting from the top lid, concluding top lid towards the pocket, around the embankment of the eye, moving down towards the bottom lid, pulling into the top lid of the eye, we conclude the inside structure of the eye. And all these structural lines give you guidance towards the different types of eyes we draw. And again, if we look at an eye from the side, remember the triangle formula, starting off from the embankment, top lid, bottom lid, triangle towards the inside shape. And these structural lines give us guidance towards understanding where we will build tonal value for an eye. From building tonal values on eyes, we need to also remember the type of line work we use. Always the line work will be slightly darker at the top part of the eye, where the top lid moves over the embankment of the roundness of the inside structure of the eye, as well as on the edges being a little bit darker to show roundness. So let's start to draw one eye a little bit bigger and include some toner value for an explanation. So again, top lid, tear gland, bottom lid pulling in towards the top part of the eye, where the top lid arches over the bottom lid, embankment, pocket of the bottom lid, embankment to the top, which will be a little bit heavier in this instance, inside structure of the eye, including the top part of where the brow is. We now will be able to include some renditions of tonal value. And in this instance, it's again very important to understand roundness of the inside of the eye and the tonal value from the lid towards the structure of roundness being darker to a lighter fade. So here's how the tonal value would look in terms of cross-hatching. Following the same formula of top lid, bottom lid, and inside structure of the eye, if we, for example, look at drawing older people, we can see that the skin will be a little bit more softer. So the structuring of the top lids will in most instances differ, with a slightly more slanted approach towards the inside structure of the eye, and the embankments to the top a little bit more round and also slant here. In some instances, like the eye drawing over here, is the top lid is very difficult to see because the embankment is so much more protruded than in other eyes of younger people. Again, if you look at top lid, bottom lid, the top lid in older people drawings or drawing older eyes is more prominent in seeing how that top lid moves over the bottom lid. Same instance in this case over here. If we look at the inside structure of the top lid, how it moves over the bottom lid, top part embankment, softer skin approach towards the brow itself, inside structure moving towards the nose and adjacent eye on the far side. The top lid and the embankment is far more prominent in this instance than the structuring on the inside of the eye because of the weighting of the skin, which helps in tonal value renditions. Here follows additional renditions of structuring eyes, following the same formula of top lid, bottom lid, ball of the eye.